Welcome and thank you for visiting Ginger's Kitchen. I will be making some of the comfort food that I make for my family and friends, as well as my version of some historic recipes. The first recipe that I'm making today will be my grandmother's macaroni and cheese. This is a dish that she made many times for the family, and it was a very big requested one by not just our family, but if she was invited out to some gathering, they would always ask her to make her signature macaroni and cheese. Start by slicing the cheese. I use my grandmother's cheese slicer. I found that, and so I like to use it just so the slices are exactly the way she did it. I spray my bowl so that the cheese doesn't stick. Then you put half of the pasta into the bowl and you layer the cheese on top. It doesn't have to be totally covered on this first layer. Then put the remaining pasta in the bowl, and now you want the cheddar cheese, a really good cheddar cheese, to cover the top of the bowl. Now I shake some Romano and Parmesan mix grated cheese on top just to add a little bit of flavor. My grandmother didn't do this, but I do. Now I take 4 to 5 tablespoons of flour with about a cup and a half of milk, and this depends on the size of your bowl, the opening as well, and you'll see what I mean. And I shake that up, and then we're going to pour it all over the top. So you want to distribute it evenly. Now at this point you can put it in the microwave, which is what I do in the summer so I don't have to heat up the kitchen. And in my microwave it's 4.5 to 5 minutes. I cover it with plastic wrap, and the cheese should be totally melted on top and the flour, of course, cooked through. Now all microwaves are different, but this is how it looks coming out of mine at this point. But in the wintertime, I may put it under the broiler. Make sure your bowl is broiler safe, and you put it under the broiler if you want it brown on top. Now you also can cook this in the oven. Once you get the cheese and the flour and milk, you can put it in the oven and you can bake it. And it depends on your oven, 45 minutes. You can tell once the cheese is all brown on top and it's bubbling and it's cooked through. Now I did put it under the broiler for this video. Make sure that your bowl is broiler safe, and you have to keep a good eye on it. And this is what it looks like when it comes out from under the broiler. But you can do it in the oven. Probably take 40-45 minutes depending on your oven. But this is why I like to do the quick method, particularly in the summertime when I don't want to heat up the kitchen. I use the microwave version, and later in years when I developed this and I showed my grandmother, she too thought that that was a great idea to put it in the microwave and not heat up the kitchen in the summer. So I hope you enjoy this recipe, my quick version of my grandmother's macaroni and cheese. And I hope you can excuse where the bowl was only half visible, as this was my first YouTube video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back.